Hello everyone, I am Bhaskar Tyagarajan, founder and CEO of Blue Sky Learning. At Blue Sky Learning, we envision a world where all learning is engaging, interactive and a whole lot of fun. Today I am going to talk about something that is troubled or is troubling a lot of people, facilitators who are delivering programs in the virtual world, which is energy. How do you create and maintain energy in a virtual world which came to us very naturally in the physical world? Today the focus is on giving you small tips, ideas that you can use to make your virtual programs filled with energy. So the first and foremost is you are the source of the energy first. As a facilitator, if you are not animated, talking loudly, bringing a lot of energy into your sessions, and if you are very soft and just staring into a screen and talking at low voice, then that's a sure shot recipe for dissipating energy in a workshop. So the first and foremost is you have to be the most active person in your session. Second is to build a lot of interactivity. I've seen facilitators falling in love with their content, with their own videos, and assuming that people on the other side are as enthusiastic. Without interactivity, without getting people to share, you will never be able to ensure that energy is sustained. People need to be involved in your session. We'll do a separate video on various tools and ideas on creating interactivity in virtual programs. Third is, in a physical program, you could get away with asking a question at random to an audience and expecting someone with whom you're making eye contact or you're walking near the table, you would expect them to respond. In a virtual program, everybody sits on the comfort of being not on the spot. Many of them don't even have their videos on. So the important thing is to ask pointed questions at pointed individuals. And when you do that enough times in a program, everybody knows that they could be asked a question or they could be asked for the point of view at any point in time. And therefore they are all active in your session. Third is have a very loud and animated voice. Let it be louder than usual. Shut the doors, warn the people in your office or in your home that you're going to be loud. Because from your loud voice is where the energy of the program will come. Another thing that really helps, which I've started doing a lot, is to stand and deliver a program. So if you're setting your computer, instead of setting it on a desk and sitting in a chair and doing the workshop, set it up at a height, stand and give a little bit of distance and talk loudly in a workshop. That you will notice gives you the same energy and feel as a physical workshop, and the energy will start flowing on its own. The next is to create and use a lot of stories, and the most effective stories are the ones which are personal. So either sit and prepare really good personal stories that are relevant to the conversation, or create a format in which you get audience to share some of their personal stories. Stories make people interested. They want to know what happened next, right? And that's what will engage the audience and keep the energy up in your workshop, in your programs. Next is use of humor. Now, I know not all of us are naturally funny. So the idea of humor is not to list down a set of jokes and use them. But the idea is to introduce a small comic strip in the middle, out of the blue, completely irrelevant, and ask people what do they think about it. People will try to be intelligent about it, and then you say, hey, this comic strip had no purpose. It's just a fun exercise just to see what you guys think. Or ask them a really challenging question which has a very simple answer. Things like that get people to laugh, chuckle, and make the environment a little light, and that will generate the energy in a program. And the last is, even if you have an audience who has their cameras off at all times, you should have your camera on at the entire time. So even if you are not making eye contact, people are watching you, and then the more they are able to see you and see you in action, the more they connect with you and draw from your energy in a program. A lot of times, including things like webinars or even in workshops that you do for organizations where they're sitting on computers without their cameras on, or they're sitting on machines which don't have cameras, So you could find it limiting, and people may not be in a position to open their cameras, but you should at all point in times be visible to the entire audience, and that's another way of keeping up the energy in a program.